Welcome back to Better Arizona. I'm Sarah Karlstrom. Every woman at some point in her life will go through menopause. The difference is how each of those women will choose to deal with the unpleasant side effects that usually go along with it. Dr. Gino Tutera is an expert in this field. He's the medical director of SottoPelle Therapy. And doctor, we're talking about menopause and options for women out there. A lot of women go to their gynecologist. They say they're having symptoms, and he prescribes them a drug. Are there other options, and why is this happening?
Well, it happens because of the fact that our educational experience dating back to when I finished training 35 years ago has not progressed. Even up to today, the majority of our information comes from the pharmaceutical industry, and so therefore our comfort zone becomes with pharmaceutical products instead of looking at the other alternatives that are present, such as bioidentical hormone replacement.
What is that? And it does the same thing as the prescription, but without the risks?
Bioidentical hormone is a hormone that is constructed from a plant based source, meaning either it's constructed from soy or from wild yam, and it's then created utilizing the same enzymatic actions that the human body does to create that hormone. And so therefore, if the human body creates a hormone shaped like my hand, you get that same exact hormone. In our particular therapy, we go beyond that. We employ, the proper human ratio, which then amplifies the physiologic and the safety effects that would be obtained. Thirdly, we believe that you need to have the dose that's appropriate for you. And lastly, we have a delivery system in which the body actually controls the release of the hormone.
And doctor, you were doing this years and years, decades before people even started talking about bioidentical hormones. And you talk about the delivery system. SottoPelle Therapy uses what's called pellets. What is that, and why pellets as opposed to a cream or a patch?
Well, as far as the pellets, if this would represent a pellet, you place it underneath the skin, and it then develops a vascular supply around it. And the human heart then, as it pulses blood across here, the body becomes like a child licking a lollipop, so that during times of increased demand, like exercise or stress, or working furiously to be able to complete a project, you have that extra blood flow, you have the extra hormone release to satisfy the body's needs. On the other side of the coin, when the body's at rest or it's sleeping, your heart rate descends, and so therefore the demand for hormone is much less. And like all the other endocrine organs, the pellets then would be able to secrete a lesser amount of hormone, which would be appropriate for that particular need.
When do I see you? When I'm in the heat of my menopause, or before, or when I start feeling?
Well, I think when the symptoms become uncomfortable for you, and if you're not getting the appropriate answers, and even with your research and your discussions with your physicians.
Because you don't want us to leave our gynecologist. You want to help that doctor out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm there to help you as a consultant. I'm not there to interfere with your relationship with any of your other physicians, because I'm there just as, if they would call me on the phone and ask me to give them advice, that would be basically the same thing that I would be doing with patients.
There's so much information out there, and so many women, I'm sure, sitting at home listening to this that are either going through it or know someone who's going through it. You want more information on a natural way to deal with these symptoms, you can hop on their website at sottopelletherapy.com. There are 7 locations throughout Arizona, 4 right here in the Valley. That number is 480-874-1515. Very interesting. Nice to always hear information on the subject. Appreciate it, doctor.
Thank you very much.
All right, Better Arizona. We'll be right back.